Yeah, if you don't know about dub plate and sound system business, Lego boy, a sound man something this. Bada. Remember, commandment of sound, 10 of them, that me want to remember. And get them a style of straight for no agenda. A bada general that teach the rookies. First thing, commandment 1, sound boy, you know for play no splice song. If you play a fake, automatically use a dead man. Splice dub plate in a clash not supposed to happen. And if you play a splice, your sound deserve a coffin. Commandment 2, every sound for know that. If a man play a song already, dog, don't play it back. I can't believe when so much song they in at the business. Man a playback song wa play already. Like say them no business. Commandment 3, maybe the worst one around. No sound man no for tell promoter, no for book another man sound. Some of them boy are in a sound business, ya know. Them brutal, I carry feelings for man like some 15-year-old school girl. Commandment 4 is a simple thing. If you never get a crown yet, don't call yourself a king. I'm tired for see king that sound and king this sound over Facebook, and them never in a clash yet. My youth, that's not a good look. Commandment 5 is a thing what we need for talk about. No son when them are dead, them pick up them laptop and them walk out. Dog, you walk out of the clash before it done. I true you don't have no shot, you just a walk with a big empty gun.
Welcome back to the One Drop Podcast. This is your boy Lukey Flex. And I mean, that was Bada General, the song of the week, the 10 Clash Commandments. You know what I mean? I ain't play all 10, but we went to 5. So, you know what I mean? So we here, episode 5, and we got guests in the building. So I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves. To my right, Diamond from where?
Trenton. Nah, Diamond from Volume 1 Sound.
Volume 1 Sound. Alright, Trenton Zone. And our guest to the right,
DJ Dane, Rudy Hi Powa.
Rudy Hi Powa in the building.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't know, we got Tracy Loyal in the building. You know what I mean? So this is episode 5, and we here with the sound system edition. You know what I'm saying? So first, before we get into anything, we want to go into our sponsors, and our first sponsor for today is Isolated Clothing. You see our model and host Tracy rocking the hoodie. He finally got the hoodie now.
Got mine this morning.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. So Isolated Clothing is clothing that his slogan is just be yourself. So you know what I mean, in any situation you want to be unique, you want to be original. And that I think that's a good slogan for these young kids these days, to always stay original and always try to be themselves, because you got a lot of followers nowadays. So, and the owner of Isolated Clothing is a 17-year-old man, young man. Yeah. So, he's putting the right message out there for his peers. So Isolated Clothing, you can find his brand on IG, Isolated Clothing line. And if you follow him, and you can get his information, so you can order yours next hoodie or next T-shirt or whatever style he's doing nowadays. So
go support young entrepreneur.
Yes, sir. So, and we are at episode 5. This is a Sound Clash edition, and I know sound no, not the Sound Clash edition, but the sound Soundman edition or whatever. I'm here. I'm seeing
Trenton edition.
The Trenton edition also.
Put that in
these
there.
These are the 90s sounds that was crazy in Trenton back in the days or whatever. So, and these are sounds I grew up listening to in Trenton, New Jersey. And we want to go back in memory lane from the 90s. And I know I was at that age trying to sneak into basement parties and dances and stuff like that when I was
always sneaking into somebody's party.
early teenagers. So you know what I mean. So when y'all think about 90s Trenton dancehall, what comes to your mind?
Well, it was pure niceness in the 90s,
Yeah.
Well, actually, I started DJ from back in the 80s when I was 15.
Okay. So
I used to play most of the sounds them in a Trenton.
Oh yeah.
One sounds to the other.
So give me a picture of how dancehall was like. I know, like in the 80s, where it wasn't a lot of venues like that for Caribbean dances like that. But just give me a little visual that you can remember back then.
Yeah, man. Back in the 80s, we used to play a pure basement party.
Okay.
Just like what you seen in the Sean Paul video.
Yeah.
That's what that song remind me of.
Okay.
In the 80s, we used to play every Saturday. There was a different basement party going on.
Okay. So in that time period, right? So dancehall was basically like everybody know each other in some type of way. Like everybody kind of have their own like crew or whatever, and they know that person is from that crew or that person is from this crew. Was it something like that?
Actually, it was like a crew. Every soundman know each other and everybody get along back then, right, Diamond?
Yeah, everybody used to get along.
If a sounder keep a party, then so everybody I got to film party next week. It kind of like a round robin thing.
Okay.
So everybody used to get along. No soundman, no hate, no soundman, and grudge and all them things there.
Okay.
Sometimes.
He said sometimes.
Nah, man, there's a little bit out there. You know what I mean?
Of
course.
Talk true.
So, because I know it's I know it's like right now it's we have songs that's have their little animosity here and there, but it's I always hear the older selectors say them times was good, knowing this and know that, but I used to see some grumblings and I used to see some fights sometime when I used to sneak out and see some, go to parties or whatever. So
I know it's soundman them.
well,
sometimes include them
too.
too.
Exactly, because y'all have many women, you have girls fighting and then y'all start fighting. So it's a lot of everything. I don't think it's too much different in that aspect.
It's the same thing like now.
Exactly.
That was back then. Now the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. Right? Same hate that you see, just in a different form.
It's in a different form.
Didn't have Twitter or Facebook. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
But it's the same thing.
Soundman a fight against soundman.
Why not?
Back in other time.
When?
I mean, like physically,
not physically fighting, but fighting to be the number one.
Job word.
Fighting to get the bookings in the basement.
Well, back in the 80s and them time, we never have like a lot of clashes. We just
clash, but I'm talking about just trying to be number one, trying to be the best, trying to have the get the bookings to be in the basement.
Yeah,
well, you're talking about in the 90s in your time.
Now I'm talking about 89, 89, then 90. You know that. Remember back then when people used to have they book they dance and another person keeping their basement party the same day as that person. Mm-hmm. You remember that?
Yeah.
So what would you consider that? And the flyer was out there. So yeah.
Well, when I used to play, and if I'm keeping a party, I don't worry about the next man party because I know, like you say, bring up the crew now. You have your own set of followers that come to your dance, and everybody have. But
that's when the fight start because hold on. But if a person, remember back then, Dane, we didn't have flyers. They used to print their flyers on the business cards. On the business cards,
3x5.
You hand it out. So if you see that I'm handing out a party for my basement party at that time, but then you talking about you keeping your basement dance anyway. You taking away from that person that's trying to keep his dance.
Yeah.
So you might not thought it was a fight, but they didn't like you for that. And that happened many times. We're not trying to stir up nothing, but that used to happen.
I heard things like that happen. But
I heard you was dear.
Look, nobody never confront me about anything like that when I was in the dance.
But the thing is, I heard stories this because I have if anybody don't know, if anybody don't know,
fight against you. I'm just saying it was. I'm sorry to cut you.
It's all right.
I'm just trying to. I'm not saying nobody fought against you. But it wasn't a good look, and a man would grumble about that.
Yeah.
Because how you gonna keep a dance knowing I'm keeping a dance? Just chill this week and let me keep my dance. That's how they used to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all. That's how it used to be. That's because remember Trenton small.
Yeah, it's 7 miles small.
It's small.
You know what I mean?
But you're saying 90s sound.
Yeah, but 90s, you know what I mean? Me being the younger head back then, and I used to listen to everybody talk about the dance the night before, or, talk about what happened in the dances. Because, if anybody don't know, Dane is actually my older cousin. And, and I have his brother is a sound man also, Everton. A bunch of Everton. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Now? Yeah, they said
it was Everton.
It was Everton. Yeah. So, his name is Everton.
But the sound is Everton.
Yeah, Everton, yes. But at the same time, I used to hear all the stories or whatever, just being a kid outside, looking in. You know what I mean? I even heard a story, somebody had a party, 2 people was having a party one night, and one went to the next party and bust couple shots, and then everybody come to the next party. But you know what I mean? So I heard these stories before. So it's the same thing that's happening now, but it's just a different style. It's digital now. I think it's a digital, what I mean? Everybody dissing online now instead of right at your party sometime. You know what I mean? So, and I went through that same thing right now. Like, people see my flyers in a restaurant, they tear it down. You know what I mean? It's that type of industry where they don't want everybody to win, or they feel like you got a better idea than they just going to try and tear it down. But I don't think it's too much different from now, but it's just a different type of era. You know what I mean? We more or more selective how we do things. Back then, y'all kind of upfront with everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can
I tell you something? Back in the 90s, when you hear a shot bust in a dance.
Yeah.
I salute them. Them not comfy, stir up anything.
Not in
the basement.
Man, bust him shot and shot ricochet off of the wall and somebody. And it's just fun.
That's dangerous. I ain't never been to that.
In the Jamaica, you don't want to dance. You hear it,
of course, but you're outside. Jamaica is a different thing.
Yeah, I was some crazy guys back then, but
I see.
Did it.
Yeah, it used to happen, but
did that in the early days.
Wow.
Oh man, but I feel like the 90s is in Trenton was a good time. Me just being a student of music and a student of sound system at that time is like it made me want to be a selector and part of that fraternity. So watching y'all guys when I was younger was a inspiration to me. But as in the sound system back in the 90s, how many of the 90s sounds what was their main thing to get the crowd or be number one them times? What was the main strategy
was
that
it
they
like
used?
Who got the best dub?
No.
Look at clashes. What going?
My thing was you had to have a good sound system.
The sound system,
because even in a basement party, you had to bring your sound.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole big sound boxes, 6 box, 4 box, top end, this, not no little, not the whole sound, not no monitor boxes and put it on the stick and wire up.
Yeah.
So to me, if you had a quality sound system, that's who a promoter gonna book.
Okay.
That was one of the things I know.
Okay.
Also, the best set of tune too, not just dubs, because I used to
dubs
buy
wasn't really
tune every
dubs wasn't even it like that.
Buy records, that kind of used to spin records.
Yeah.
But I can say this to give Dane all the credit. Dane always used to have all the new records.
Yeah.
No matter what, he had all the new records. If it was new, he had it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it was new, he had it.
That's all.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I remember that because he used to pride himself. He said, "Yo, this brand new."
He have all the new records.
He come out and say, "Yo, this brand new." Like,
I was the one that introduced
always had all the new records.
To the dances.
Yeah, that's true.
But Volume 1 had a lot of bookings.
Yeah, did.
Lots of bookings. Dane, you know that too.
I Clash Volume 1
Clash?
time.
Clash?
We had a Clash once.
With who?
In the early 90s.
When?
Who was the selector on Volume 1 when you clashed them?
I don't even remember who it was, but I think it was that Guy's in Jamaica. I don't remember his name.
Oh, Maggie?
No.
Sugar?
No, man. He had some
Flash?
I don't remember exactly the guy.
Sleepy?
Sleepy never used to select.
Sleepy. Well, I mean, he was around the DJing. Because remember back then it was DJ thing too. It just started coming out. So I'm trying to think. Donovan played it for a little bit, even though he played Black Roots.
It was downtown.
Prento, the old Prento, not the new Prento.
Remember the King Selassie chapel downtown?
No.
Where them used to, I don't know if you used to go dance them time probably before your time. And I used to play a song named Small-Axe Hi Powa.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
I was saying I was gonna tell y'all too. We got to big up the older sounds back then.
Yes, Volume 1.
Small-Axe was a big song back then.
Play good that night.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah, man, you gotta tell me when.
Exactly. I don't even know
you guys probably too young then time.
Was his father there? Was his father there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Father had to be there, but he's saying.
Big up Father Wooly. Yeah.
We're trying to say like who was selected.
Other man that bring me in a reggae music still, you know.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, man. Because back then, man, I used to just be a fly on the wall. Because I was trying to get in there, but I was too young. The only thing I used to you used to see a little thing. It was when we used to have family, basement parties, our parties at the house, and then Dane would be there playing and all that. So that's when I got like the real inspiration because I wanted to play music. I used to try to even get on Dane Sound mad times when I was younger, but he wouldn't let me in. Know what I mean? So I had to build up my own thing.
You was too young then time, man. You couldn't go dance.
And I couldn't go, but I used to sneak out a lot.
Now, who was some of the older sounds that was in Trenton? Apart from
Volume 1.
Volume 1 is the old. Volume 1 was
I'm saying, listen, you got Volume 1. You have King Wireless.
Yeah.
You have let's say
Lion of Judah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
You have, like I said, Small-Axe, Evertone, Terminator, Gold Star, which ended up being Messiah Gold Star.
Okay.
Then you have
Gold Star came up later.
Later on, though. I'm just naming everybody that was in our area.
Our Target.
Yeah, but Hard Target with Clive. Yeah, big them up.
Yeah.
Who else? Who I left
Derek
off?
I
mean, yeah. You got Brick Force that came up. You have what's the Black Roots?
Black Roots, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. So this little city had that much.
Song?
I don't remember.
Is that Exterminator?
No, Terminator. That's Jap Pop sound.
Oh, Jap Pop sound.
Yeah,
Okay,
Jap Pop sound.
Yeah.
I don't know about Jaddy having no sound. I just know
not that Jaddy.
Oh, a different one, Jaddy. Oh, Derek.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot the name of his song, but he used to have a song in Trenton.
Yeah.
And he had one named Island Deadly from back. It came for Island Deadly. Yeah,
that was a good song.
No, that was a bad sound. Came out real quick and then dropped off.
It was from what country were they from? They wasn't Jamaican though.
Yeah, man.
No.
Jamaican?
Of course.
Oh, I thought it was. Yeah, okay. I thought it was a next, like a Guyanese or something like that.
No. I believe Legend, the one that have the vegan shop downtown, I think he had a sound too.
Oh, okay.
I forget the name of their sound, but
okay.
I think they used to live like Spring Street area, and they had a sound. I forget the name of the sound, but it didn't last too long.
Okay.
I saw you name over like 10 sound, like competition.
A lot of sounds.
Listen.
Come on, it had to be competition in the city.
So what was the hottest venues back then? What was the hottest venues? Because I don't remember, couple venues that I know Romeo and Juliet.
I'm gonna see if Dane remember them. Name some of them. I'm gonna fill in if you forgot.
I play at this club named Club West Indies.
Club West Indies.
That's
yeah.
one.
That one, yeah.
I played there.
And we used to rent halls. We never really have a venue.
Yeah.
But we used to rent
so it's like a whole
halls.
thing.
Yeah, right.
Whenever we want to play out, we rent a hall.
We had Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
We had Bottoms Up.
Romeo and Juliet.
We have Club West Indies, as you said.
We didn't own. We rent
Not
them.
own. He didn't say own. He said what was the venue.
I said venue.
You remember BT's Lounge over there?
Was not an everyday.
No, not every day. He's just saying renting just to go in there and go play music.
Each venue.
Yeah, because the same thing right now. We don't have a venue for ourselves or our Jamaican people. We don't have a club to say, that's our club.
Well, back in the early 80s,
I forgot about Black Star Sound. My bad.
They used to have a club.
Black Star.
I don't know what happened. Yeah,
who had a club?
My stepfather and
Who? Uncle Harry had a club.
Yeah, he was part of it.
Oh, really?
Tighty.
Mr. Mendes and Rudy from
Bozark
from back in the day.
You mentioned Bozark sound.
No, Bozark. Yeah, Bozark.
Bozark. You know what I mean? Of course. You know what I mean? Can't go around Bozark.
Steve gonna kill me. Big up Bozark.
Big up Bozark.
I probably cussing a while ago.
And you know, you should be cussing me too, because I used to play Bozark also when I just came out.
Big up Bozark.
Actually, I was one of the first little youth from I was young. 15, I used to play Bozark sound in the basement.
Yeah, but I busted.
Whoa.
Nobody remember. You know that was me. That was me. Bozark parties back in the day. Basement.
What? I'm talking before you
yeah,
was
but
a kid back then.
But then I was still as a kid with the crates now. You know what I mean? I took your job. I'm just like, I'm just messing with you, man. Yeah. Nah, I'm just messing with you, but yeah, that was all me, boss.
Wow.
Nah, I'm just joking, man. You know,
man, like those had to be some golden days, man. Cause
that's when you talk about fun.
Exactly,
that was fun.
Exactly. Like, so now I will with you, Diamond. I know that you kind of up to the times with what goes on in dancehall right now. What's the difference of dancehall as a selector or a sound system owner? What's the difference of the 90s time and this time?
The difference? What you mean?
Like the atmosphere, when you walk into a dance and you saying, "Oh, I'm playing this dance, I'm doing this dance tonight." What's the difference? What would what's the vibe is like from the 90s to now?
I mean, it's
within the city.
Within Trenton, New Jersey. I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like anywhere else.
I don't see no big difference. It's just it's a party.
It's a party. Okay.
The thing is, like, I'm still young, but I used to play when I was young.
Yeah.
So like when I go to the dances now, it's just like the music is just different for me.
Okay.
That's the only difference to me. That vibe is just different. That's what's different to me. Other than that, it's still a party.
Okay.
And me, I'm just like, I don't like this. But imagine when I was playing back then in the 90s, it was the older crowd before that.
Exactly.
Probably said, what the hell is that?
Exactly.
So it's the same thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I know that
Dane feel about that. Did I ask
Dane?
Because he older than me, and I used to watch him play.
It's a big difference, man, because back then we used to play the water pumply and the cool and deadly, and everybody used to dance with them ladies. Nowadays, you see 5 men stand up over there, so and the woman them stand up over next.
Yes.
It was a different vibes, totally.
Yeah. And I used to watch.
Man and woman used to dance together back in them days.
And while they was playing music, I used to watch them playing, and I'm seeing that crowd.
Yeah.
Then I had to transition into that, and I started playing like them, and then whatever. Then gradually it changed, and it's just a big difference now.
Dancehall back then, what they want to call dancehall these days, most dancehall is mostly DJ music. Them call dancehall, but back then dancehall was everything. We used to play reggae and DJ music, everything combined.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, we do the same things now, but it's nobody comes out for the early warm no more.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I think the
early warm, not even the early warm.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm about to say. That's what I'm saying. Now I'm saying like the early warm is kind of non-existent at this point.
We never had early warm.
That's what I'm trying to say. There wasn't no early warm.
You start playing music, say from 8 o'clock, you just start play some nice music.
To be honest, for me now, because I started playing music in 2008. So for like as a sound man, you know what I mean, I started playing music as 2008. So I remember when I first started playing, it was older people coming in the earlies. So I played early music for the older people them. And then when people start coming in after 11, 12 o'clock, then you go into the dance hall or whatever.
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
So I know now it's a different era. It's a different time. It was a different time than I started playing music, because I didn't have the luxury to kind of play when I was 15, 16. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because when I was 15, 16, it was then late in mid 90s, late 90s or whatever. So it was a different style back then. For y'all, no early warm is good. You know what I mean? Because everybody just appreciate music. You know what I'm saying? In these times, it's about the new music. Everybody want to hear the new things. You know what I'm saying? So it's a crazy transition how it's from the 90s to present day. So, you know what I mean? That's the thing where I'm kind of want to make the contrast with, because if you can't see the times where it was no early warm to when it was an early warm, and now it's no early warm at all. You know what I mean? How do you feel that the direction of dancehall is going to go from here then?
You know what I think? The reason why the older people come to dance early now and they leave before you guys start playing dancehall, most of them, is because back in the days, that's the type of music on the playing the early warm. That's what them used to. Yeah. Like even late at night, used to play some nice Dennis Brown, Gregory Isaac, and all them type of tune there. And them tiny people used to, like I said, people used to try find a woman in the dance hall. Them dance and have a nice time. But the dance hall change.
Yeah. And they used to buy liquor too. And nowadays kids ain't buying nothing.
And that's crazy. And that's the crazy thing, because I would never, realize that until I start keeping my own dances. You know what I'm saying? You see people that, of course it's Trenton and everybody, but because people, they feel like you have to discount things and you have to give them something for free or whatever. People been arguing for just buying beer. $5. It's a $5 for one beer, and they trying to cut deals off a beer.
Or even at the door.
Even at the door, you can't.
You know what I mean? I'm a good man. I'm good.
From there,
what? Wow.
So if they were doing that in the 80s and 90s, they were trying to cut deals with liquor and entry.
No.
People had their money.
Everybody knew the price.
You know the price.
Exactly.
Everybody knew the price.
And they spend more back then, though.
These nowadays, I'm not talking about anywhere else. I'm talking about Trenton, New Jersey.
I
thought I said, but no phones.
That's the watch. I didn't pause the watch.
Oh, you need to pause the watch.
My bad.
So
smartwatch.
No, but
Too smart. Now it's pinging. Hold on.
Duh. See, that's why you can't. You see these techie people, them. You see these watch and phone people. That man.
Back in the 90s, in the
All right, silent.
You're silent. All right. So what I was saying?
Bop, I link you back. Hold on.
Big up Bop. You know what I mean? Real sound killer. You know what I mean? Congratulations. You know what I mean? But what I was saying before, these kids nowadays, but like I don't understand what it is. I keep many dances, and every dance she'll be my witness, because she mostly at my door or at the bar, and she always arguing with people over prices. Like if a beer is $5, the price is $5 for a beer, then that's that's the price. If you want anything other than that, it's going to be more than $5. Why you have to negotiate? You know what I'm saying? What do you think about
back in the day, Lukey, man? You had the basement party. We have food for sale.
Exactly.
Soup for sale.
Yeah.
You walk in, you pay your gate price.
Yeah.
Now there used to be certain people that when they come to your gate, you don't have to charge them.
Yeah.
Because that man gonna spend some money at your bar.
Okay.
So you make him go through.
Remember what you said about the 3x5 card? They used to have the donation
on it. They say donation $5 or whatever.
Okay.
Pass them out.
But they used to. I think a person would be embarrassed coming in and talking about, can I get a deal when you got? Come back then, people used to travel with their lady to a dance, so they can't stand up at the door talking about you negotiating a price. They used to just pay to go in, and like I said, you had certain people that they wouldn't charge at all. Yeah. Because they know that man gonna spend a big money at the bar.
Yeah, nowadays
it's done, your food sell off, everything good. Man.
Nowadays, man, it's a different era. Like they looking for a discount everywhere. Either the door, the bar. If you're selling food, it's they always looking for a deal. So I appreciate the 90s people that used to just come out their pocket and pay for what they pay for, because I know back then it wasn't how we a lot of things that you have access to now you didn't have access to back then. So what's the problem with people coming out their pocket in 2021 in Trenton, New Jersey? This I'm only talking about Trenton.
Y'all gotta answer that. We're not here for that. Y'all gotta get the younger crowd. And with them, this me and Dane you talking to right now.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting out a question.
We can't answer that.
I'm not. It's not a question to you. I'm just saying. I'm putting it out there.
To talk to them. That's for.
I just hope them listening right now.
Exactly.
That's it.
Cause cause I can't go if I don't have money. I'm not going to a dance. You know what I'm saying? If I don't have nothing, like if I know I don't have no extras to do what I want to do.
Basement parties was the big thing, yo. People used to go and buy outfits.
I know.
Buy clothes to go out.
My father was one of them.
That's there. You think I'm lying? Go out, dress up, dress.
You stand down,
dress. Have on your candle and
that.
Exactly.
So, apart from the basement parties, was there like any other gathering, like in the park, like? You guys did anything in the park? Any Jamaica organization back then?
What was it? Father Rocco Park?
Father Rocco Park was a spot.
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
Summertime, we used to string up in. You have all 10 sound string up in the park. And
what?
The DJ come on.
And then you have Lionel Judah. Used to celebrate.
Keep on City Gardens.
He used to
do City Gardens.
Yeah, City Gardens. But he used to keep something for Bob Marley birthday, I think, or Selassie birthday. He used to keep his thing.
Yeah, annually in the park. Things in the park all the time. Every summer, sound used to string up, and all the sound man used to
bring out their sound.
Right.
I was just telling her that the other day. I was just telling her that the other day. Like I used to remember going to Father Rocco Park with my father, and the same. What was his name? Norman, right?
Oh, Lionel Jr.
Yeah. So he used to keep. I used to see this man the long dress. I said, swear that's Bob Marley, brother. Yeah. So every Saturday I used to go out there and just listen music. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good time in Trenton. You know what I mean? As you know, for us to like for Jamaicans to come around and hear their music, and sound systems to go and stretch out their sound systems or whatever. So it was a good time. You know what I mean? I remember growing up, but those times now don't exist, for us. You know what I mean? So,
and back in the day, our parties used to last longer.
Yeah.
That's another thing too.
Yeah.
We party all night.
Yeah.
Straight back till the morning.
4 o'clock, 5, 6 in the morning.
Jeez.
And the cops never bother us.
Exactly.
Oh God.
Exactly.
There was no fight.
Neighbors knew you was keeping the party. They over there. This whole street know. Everybody there.
in the one
and
basement.
Everybody just chilling in the basement to the backyard to everywhere.
Yeah.
Chilling.
I used to remember Smalak said, don't stay out on the front page, go into the back page.
Yeah.
Everybody used to listen, and
nobody listening anymore.
Big up to Smalak, rest in peace, because I remember him because he used to have a real small voice. Like he used to have like a that type of voice.
That man used to run the sound business.
Yeah.
He used to keep
rest
a party
in peace
every week.
Yeah, man. I mean, I just feel like it's stories to be told. From them time. And I mean, like y'all are two of many that experienced that time. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to get some stories. What's one of the stories that you can kind of let us know what how that environment was back then? Like you have a story that kind of stand out in your mind.
Every
from back
song
then.
Gotta have a story.
Everybody have a story.
Every song have to have a story from back in the 90s.
Every era.
Yeah. So what's your story?
Let me get one story. Just one.
Yeah. Just give me a story. A dancehall story.
You mean like something that happened in the dance?
Yeah, anything.
All I remember, we used to just play music and have a nice time.
No, don't tell me. You giving me the political correct
right now.
Stories out there, but I'd rather not to talk about.
Say that then.
There's a story.
So y'all can't give us a story from back then.
No story.
Nothing.
What kind of story?
Listen, it could be anything. It could be a dance that y'all played at and y'all did good at, or some type of joke that happened in a dance or whatever. I know y'all have a story.
Make it seem like Trenton have a vibe now.
Make it seem like it had a vibe.
Sorry, that just came out.
We play music all night. Everybody have a nice time.
Go
home peacefully.
Any other story is going to be about war or some craziness. It's going to be considered some informal business.
I'm done with
everybody have to have some type of story.
Talk about them war things.
So how about? So I'm not talking about no war stuff. It could be a dance that you play.
I'll tell you a story.
All right.
One day, One Love. That's what I get. He was playing with your brother first, right? Everton. And then he started One Love.
Yes.
So One Love having a party. So I said, I'm going to the One Love party. When I got there, I'm looking for the turntables, and there was no turntables. I'm like, where the records at? No records. The man has CDs.
Oh,
the first sound I ever seen. I heard about that.
Yeah.
I think it was 9 tracks or something like that. I'm not sure, but I heard about it, but I never seen it.
Yeah.
And he had the first CD thing I ever seen, and he was playing with CDs, and I'm like, that shit is not gonna work. I said, so I know for a fact that Dane was the first person that ever had, like, I mean, he had his CDs, and he was putting the CDs in and selecting. I said, how the hell he gonna figure? Where the record? I was like, and me and Steve Lionface, we used to walk with our records everywhere.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
But that night he cut us out.
Yeah.
The newest music, the latest gadgets.
Yeah.
And I was even the first one to go to laptop. CD, because when everybody start playing CDs, I come in the dance with my laptop. Everybody was like laughing at me.
Not me though. Not me, because the thing is, when he caught me off guard, I forget what dance that was. I don't even know if you remember that party. I was there and I was watching the CD. Man, he had a 2-drawer CD deck. And I'm like, oh my God, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And I said I would never switch, but I ended up switching.
Yeah.
So then I seen with a laptop. You think I'm gonna laugh at the laptop now? I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna laugh at the laptop. I had to do some homework.
I was way ahead of my time.
And I got into it after that. I said, I'm not gonna laugh at it, because at first I just swore that would not work. I talked about it for weeks. Like, they ain't coming here fucking CDs.
Everybody used to laugh at me.
Yeah, what's going with that?
CDs. And then
everybody started curling in.
Everybody.
When I have the laptop, the same thing.
Yeah.
They actually had to go to Dane to get music now, because he could burn the CDs.
Exactly.
Like, oh shit! All right.
I used to sell CDs like crazy.
Yeah.
So that's my story.
I remember. So that's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about. I ain't tell nobody the info on nobody.
But you saying, that was like way after. No. You're talking about back in the day, basement dance. We can't talk about them boys.
Why not? Why not? Somebody had to have a joke, because I used to hear many jokes and all of these.
What kind of jokes? What you hear? Let me tell you if it's true.
No, we can't tell you.
Yeah, you're.
So, all right then. Well, you're known for getting all the latest music and stuff. Like, would you drive to New York and buy music? Is there a record shop that you would go to?
I used to go to Super Power. No, all the record shops. VP, Super Power.
Okay.
In New York. VP in Queens. I used to go to Super Power in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Back in the days.
Let me help you. Bronx.
Utica Avenue.
Moody's.
Yeah.
Look.
Especially. Yeah, man. I go all every stores in New York that used to sell records. I used to go there and buy the latest every week.
So what it was a record shop in Trenton also that y'all used to go to. Which one was that? It was the one that you was telling me. We was talking about that the other day.
It was one. No, not that before. Delta Force was here for a minute, but
Trenton used to sell reggae too.
A little bit. Somebody
Yeah.
on East State Street near Georgia Fried Chicken, South Olden and East State Street. It's a Haitian guy.
I remember that.
He used to sell records.
CDs and records.
He sold when he first got there. He used to come home from school.
I
might catch the bus,
guy,
and I noticed he had some records in there, and we talked.
He has reggae, but he never have all the latest stuff.
Yeah, he had it. Because I asked him, and then he had it. He brought all them things in. No, I'm telling you, he had it.
Yeah.
And I gave him my number. Nah, man, this is when he first started, because I asked him. I said, because he had certain reggae art records in there, right? I think it was like some Vegas or something like that. So I was asking about other things and rhythms. and he told me to write them down. I wrote them down, and he said he's gonna get them for me. I said, well, you need to carry these things, like carry this dancehall stuff, right? And he did.
That's what he did. He get them for you. He never had them there.
He had some. I just said he had some.
I used to go there.
Yeah. Then Maggie had his shop too. On what's that, Pennington Avenue?
Pennington, yeah. So, it's a good sound system history in Trenton, New Jersey. I just I seen Squidly do his 90s show also, and I just got inspired to get some 90s people from Trenton that I seen that kind of paved the way for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I brought in Diamond from Volume 1 and Dane from Rudy Hi Powa. You know what I mean? Hi Powa. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? I'm still getting used to you as Rudy boy, because you used to be One Love when I was growing up.
That's new for me.
What's that?
I said I'm still getting used to him as being Rudy Hi Powa, because he's One Love.
There might be too much One Love around the world.
Yeah.
So change,
So you gotta change up.
Some changes.
Yeah.
That, some changes. All right. What's the history behind Volume 1? I don't have much.
History.
I don't have much. I mean, from you started playing when you were young. You said 15.
Yeah, I grew up in the house. My dad had the sound Volume 1 for years. Like it's just Volume 1 in Trenton.
Yeah.
I grew up watching them play. Watching my dad play music.
Okay.
When the sound used to go out, to go string up, I used to help lift the boxes and go to the dance and stay as long as I can until he said he's ready to go home. Then I felt it. Then by watching them play music, like when I say them, I mean his selectors. He had selected Flash and Gunga Belly used to play the sound back in the day. Gunga Belly from Black Roots.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Super Flash.
Rest in peace.
I just watched them play music, and then the sound used to string up. Now I said, all right. I used to try to play some music, so now I'm warming up and playing some music. My dad like, yo, you ready? So then we go home, and then one day I started playing, and I never went home. He just left me there, and I'm just playing. Then the bigger guys came, and then they started playing, but I stayed at the dance. And from there, I just continued to go to every dance with them.
Okay,
just never stopped from then.
Yeah. So how about you, Dane? How you get your start?
The Volume 1.
Yeah. Well, that's Then sorry to cut, but then I started noticing sounds that's getting like bigger, like they get not the carpet racks, like they got the new racks. This because the sound system had to look good.
Yeah.
People upgrading and get more box, more this, for that. And I'm talking to my dad, and he like, yo, my sound ain't changing. It's gonna stay just like this. Nothing ain't changing. Then the dub plate thing, then it sound like Brick Force. Came up and he cut some ghosts and some this, and I'm like, oh my god, like they doing the thing, yo. And I wanted that, like I wanted to do more. So I had to leave my dad's sound. Start playing Brick Force sound. Played Brick Force sound for a while.
Yeah.
And then that kind of died down. Then I had a brother named Pocky. And he just built American Youths.
Yeah, that's when I met you.
And then that's who got me this dub plate fever. Like he cut a lot of dubs and got me that and tuned to the dub thing. I said, oh God. Then I fell in love with that. Then from there now I said, all right. That kind of took a turn. So then I said, I'm just going to build back my dad's sound. Just start voicing. Me and Lionface just start voicing songs, and that's where Volume 1 is now.
Okay. Well, you know what I mean? That's a good history right there. You know what I mean? Good lineup. You know what I mean? It's a lot of sounds that you went through to get to your point where you're bringing back your father's sound.
And turn it into a legacy.
And turn it. It's going to be good. And it's going to keep going, because I see a lot of potential in Volume 1. Especially off your latest win right now.
That was just a win, man. That's it.
I said the latest win. I didn't say nothing else. I said I see a lot of potential from your latest win. That's all I said. Damn, man.
It's good, but look at I'm not like one of them people that I won this clash, and I'm like, oh yeah, we killed them. I'm just like,
you're not like
everything good, but it's still room for improvement. Blah blah blah.
We've been friends for mad long for me to see it.
That's over now. We still got a lot more things to do, a lot more, lot more to work on, a lot more to get to where
exactly
is up there,
Exactly.
So I don't know, I like to just stay
Yeah,
I don't like hearing about the win too much.
Nah, man, we just even though you want to celebrate yourself, we gotta celebrate you.
You gotta call in the other squad. Call in
Listen. I'm gonna get excited for anybody that's repping for Trenton and doing things outside of this place, because you know what I mean, I'm just
happy they're in the conversation.
Exactly. That's all we want.
That's what I'm celebrating.
We want to see
Volume 1 is in the conversation.
A lot of Jersey sounds come out of here and make noise around the world. And if it's coming from my city, I'm going to celebrate it. You know what I mean? If it's not me, if it's somebody else, I'm going to celebrate them. No matter who it is, as long as they repping for Trenton, I'm good. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Take your roses when you get So then,
what's the history?
How you start out with music, man?
Oh man, I just used to love music, but back in the early days, like in the 80s,
yeah,
I used to go to Trenton High.
Mm-hmm.
I met this this young guy in Trenton High, and he was from Jamaica, and people used to tell me, this Jamaican guy's always sitting in the cafeteria all by himself. You know this other Jamaican guy? I said, no, I don't know no other Jamaican guys here.
Yeah.
So one of my friends introduced me to this young youth, and get to find out I was Black Roots, Gunga Belly. So me and him become friends.
Yeah.
And I used to show him around, because he did just come from Jamaica. He was always in the lunchroom by himself and everything like that. So we become good friends, and we decide, so we're going to build a sound together.
Yeah.
And me and him, they supposed to start the Black Road sound, but me said, nah. I better did start theme sound. I used to play for Smarlock sound.
Okay.
But them time we used to just have like a 215-inch.
Oh.
and some police vehicle horn, because he used to be a mechanic.
Yeah.
That's what he used to have. He was the first guy in Trenton that brings the steel horn on his sound.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Beside him, King Wireless too.
Okay.
Yeah, and I used to go out and listen to King Wireless sound and Smarlock. So eventually, my brother built his sound after those two.
Yeah.
Evertone, and I used to play with Evertone sound, my brother. And after that, I decided I'm gonna venture on my own.
Okay, and that's how One Love came about. Right. Okay.
Because I used to play in not only reggae. I used to play out in the bars like Black Jackson and place.
Using the hood.
Friend of mine.
You're using the hood.
Yeah. I used to play disco and R&B and all that.
Okay.
But reggae is my love, So
okay.
I decided, so I'm going to build me a rubber dub sound. I never used to play DJ music and them things back in the day. So I was like taking after Stereograph,
Okay.
Play rubber dub I used to play back then.
Yeah.
And then in the later years, I decided I'm going to start buy some dub plates and stuff like that. So I got a lot of dubs in my box that a lot of sounds don't have, because I've been collecting dubs from back in the 90s, early 90s.
Alright, cool.
Name one.
That's what it's playing with you.
Name one.
You have Trevor Sparks?
Yeah.
Yes, Trevor Sparks.
I got his records. I got his records.
Trevor Sparks. Don't play it in a trend.
No, I don't have Trevor. I'm just playing. I got his records. I'm just playing.
Okay. You see what I'm saying? I have artists that I don't even play.
Listen, I remember. I have witnessed a lot of dub plates.
Success.
A lot of dub plates that he has that I feel like a lot of sounds can't play.
A lot of back in the days artists, because I did young and love the music. Me and Gunga Belly, we start out same time. Well, Black Roots. Everybody know Gunga Belly and Trenton.
Yeah.
Our theme song used to play a lot.
Yeah,
and
true.
then Brick Force came along. Those are the later sounds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
Terminator.
Terminator, yes. Drop ups.
But back in those days, most of those old songs, they never make dub plates. Since you guys came along, we start buying dub plates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Black Roots. Who else?
Gold Star.
Gold Star
always had
Brick
dub plates. Brick Force.
Yeah.
Them
Star, Brick
older
Force.
sounds.
And then for a hot second.
And King Wireless, Lionel, them man, they never used to have the play.
And I remember when Delta Force was in Trenton for a minute.
Delta Force.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was
one of the big
Meggy Sound, right?
Meggy Sound with Roundhead playing it.
That wasn't a Trenton sound.
Yeah.
That wasn't a Trenton sound. He came from
but
New
he was
York
here.
or something. But yeah, he played in Trenton for good.
Remember they used to play my dad's sound first.
Yeah.
Well, he had his sound, and then he came to America, I guess, and he was playing my father's sound.
Right.
When he moved to New York, then it's like he built back the Delta Force brand, his thing that he already had.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
don't know the history of that, but
yeah.
he came into Trenton at a later date.
Yeah, he came in way later. That's
right.
When you said the later sounds, I was just trying to mention came in later on.
Yeah. All right. So what was out?
But we can't leave out Delta Force because he was here.
Yeah, he was.
That was the biggest sound.
Yeah, for the 90s. And when you start talking about the dub plates, that's why I'm saying that.
Yeah, he used to full of dubs, man. That
still is.
That sound full of dub.
Yeah.
And I have to say, that actually is the biggest sound for pass through Trenton.
Yeah.
Okay, so talking about the biggest sound now, like what would you guys say was the highlight of your career so far? Like what event was the biggest highlight of your career?
Actually, every dance that I keep from I was growing up, never have a flap dance. Never. Not one.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay. All right.
All our parties used to be crowded.
Okay. So, like the real thing that of my question is what you as a sound or a sound system or a selector, what was your highest achievement that I'm kind of getting at? What would you feel like was your highest achievement? It could have been playing at a dance alongside this person or that person, or it could have been a clash you one or whatever. I
never used to have much clash, I just play wherever I get hired. I play weddings. So
what event would you say was your highlight event that you can remember forever that kind of gave you a little,
or a top promoter?
Yeah,
top promoter.
I don't know if Diamond remember this, but you remember Romeo and Juliet that night when we had a 4-sound clash in there with Evertone.
High Voltage,
Terminator, and who else was there that night?
Was it Out of Sound?
Yeah,
one named High Voltage. I think their name was.
I'm not. I don't remember the other sound, but that night, Evertone killed everything in there.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
That night, I select the sound, and Flash and them used to I think a Terminator or the other sound, and them a boost up my brother, man, I talk all kind of thing in our ears, and he start cuss me. Then I say, because I was playing some good songs then, and the people them enjoy themselves, and the other selector them show them know my brother him have a hot head. I tell him all kind of things about your selector now go on with nothing, your selector now go on nothing. Then he start cuss me in the dance, and
I used to do that a lot.
I was going to say, I ain't gonna lie, I did that to you.
That's one of the reasons why me decide to make a build me one sound now.
Yeah. But y'all used to cuss a lot.
And even that night, we kill everything. Yeah. We never lose a clash yet.
But I actually remember you. I actually remember y'all playing. Yo, move your big head out the way, brother. It's him. Matt just entered the studio. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. He can't wait.
Donuts.
Really?
Yes, people. Yes.
You just got a donuts from Jamaica.
Yes.
You bring your nephew patties. Oh, okay.
I ain't know Jamaicans eat donuts.
A regular donut today?
Yeah,
ain't Dunkin' Donut.
We're tired. Song about donuts.
We're tired.
Crazy. But I remember seeing you, Dane, doing an early one for Radigan and Downbeat clash.
Where that was?
I remember that.
Yeah,
where
in New York.
No, I was in New York.
Yes, were you not playing at that clash? I mean, playing the early warm part.
No. I only play. When Stone Love did come, me did I play early.
I was like, I remember him being at that dance.
I was at the dance.
Unless I was mistaken which dance it was.
That was me.
Okay, all right, because it must have been another One Love then. Because I remember
be another
it
One
must
Love.
Because
A lot of
Love.
people used to think it's my sound.
Yeah,
that other One Love from France or whatever.
No, it wasn't from. It was
Italy.
It was. But that's you was at the whatchamacallit dance, Rodigan and Downbeat clash.
Rodigan and Downbeat. Yeah, I think I was there, but Dane wasn't.
He wasn't early one.
No.
I was in the dance.
Yo, okay,
but. That wasn't me.
All right, so I must be mistaken then.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah, please, because I don't want to be mistaken. But all right, for Diamond now, what was your highlight? Were you saying for your career?
I don't have no highlight, man. I don't have no highlight.
What you mean? You would have to have some type of night.
I'm sitting here, I can call out a few. Like you
had a highlight. What kind of highlight?
I highlight. You could have been playing with a sound that that was big in them times or big in alongside of somebody. You know what I mean? That was.
I play alongside a lot of sounds, man. I mean,
yeah, but
okay.
But I wouldn't say it's a big highlight. You just playing. They book you playing with the sound.
No,
when you say highlight, it's like if I did something. So I mean, when I think of a highlight, I mean like I did something that made it like wow. But
of course. Or it could be that too, or it could be playing a
kill and feel good about it.
All right, look, because I can give my own highlight, right? I can give my own highlight, and because I'm not. Because when I just start playing sound or whatever, I got an opportunity to play with some big sounds when I just start playing. And I will feel like it was a highlight to me because I just start playing music and I got an opportunity to play with some giants. You know what I'm saying? When I first start playing, I got a booking in the Bronx to play with King Baka and Jack Scorpio. In one dance. That's my highlight. I can feel like I'm playing with some giants because King Baka was a wicked sound back in the day.
Yeah,
and you got Jack Scorpio that is a legendary selector and a sound owner and producer. So that's what I'm talking about being a highlight. You know what I mean? It may not. I guess it don't mean nothing to you. But it meant something to me.
It don't mean nothing. But back then. You get booked, right?
Yeah.
And you playing with another sound. No matter who it is, all you worried about is you got to out juggle. You got to, because it was almost like competition. You just want to juggle it. Just make sure you don't flop.
Of course, it was a competition.
But I guess you're saying feel good to be on, like it felt good to be on flyers with like a freak.
Yeah, of course.
Travelers
now we
back
getting
with
somewhere.
I'm sitting here in my head.
Bring Force with Travelers, them and Ben Salem. We had like our freak. We had like the Soul Supreme from way back.
Yeah,
come down there and play Libra Love.
Okay.
I played with, Select the Bam Bam, big him up. He used to keep dancing. He booked me every time, so I played with. Promoter. He a DJ too, but promoter like this. But he kept a lot of big events.
And I used to buy a lot of Bam Bam tapes back in the day too. I ain't gonna lie.
So being on those stage shows with those type of things, I mean, that was dope. I mean, you got Jamaican Dave. When Cape Breton was in Philly, he gave me the platform to play music in front of all those people.
So that's a highlight.
I get it now. I'm thinking y'all talking about, but to me, I just play music. That's just what we do.
Hey,
that's how I see it. Like I said, I'm just, I'm like a humble man.
I'm humble too.
Playing with
Trenton, Jamaican Dave.
Oh yeah, he played a huge part.
He was the promoter most of all the
exactly.
He brought a lot of these artists here. Budger came here, Barris came here because of Jamaican Dave.
Dave.
So what I mean, big up to Jamaican Dave because he doing this thing in Philly also. And I mean,
actually, that's a family member too. That's my cousin.
Y'all related?
Yeah, that's Harry's my stepfather.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah, because
he was that's highlight. I don't know. I mean, then I used to work with Snow White sound too.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
Snow White played with all of the New York sounds. So I played when I was playing with Snow White. Natty used to play hand me the record. I put them back hand Natty some records.
Used to play Snow White,
of course.
I remember.
Oh yeah. Listen to the dub plays carefully. You'll hear them say Diamond. You know what I mean? Big up Nazi, cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Steve, we all used to be around that. They used to, Rutgers used to keep a concert every year.
Okay. Yeah.
And I remember when what was it? Merciless was hot back then. And seeing him, that was dope. But I guess that's highlights. So I'm trying to think of those things.
It's a highlight.
See, that's the thing. We say show out. That's what I'm talking about.
No, it's not show out.
It's just that I did that.
You have to, embrace those parts of your career, because you know what I mean. Because I feel like those opportunities you'll probably never get. You know what I'm saying? And being in the right place, the right time, and being being relevant in that time period, it gives you those opportunities. So
I don't nobody ain't know me though.
Well, I know nobody didn't know me back then either.
I can run around and be like, yeah, man, I remember when we played with Earth Ruler, but Earth Ruler don't know me.
No, they wouldn't.
But I was there. I was playing.
Exactly. But they say, but you remember your own highlights. Not everybody gonna remember your thing. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Remember IDs came to Ben Salem.
Oh yeah.
You remember that? It was Snow White IDs.
Okay. What is this?
Babyface. It was a dance, and then towards the end, that's how all dances used to be back in the day. Like you could dance, you play music, everything good, and towards the end, wartime.
Okay. So like the last 10 minutes, everybody shooting. Okay. All right.
You know something though? When I used to play Everton Son in Club West Indies, before Snow White even get big, he came and play on our sound. That's how people start knowing about them in Trenton.
Oh, okay.
Oh, didn't know that.
Okay.
And he would consider himself Trenton's own too.
Okay.
Because he lived
right there. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? We got big up Snow White also. He was, part of the history of, sound system culture in Trenton also. So we got to big up the Nati and Smiley was the owner at that time,
Smiley,
right?
You got to big up before that though. You got to go to Copper D and all the mother older.
Oh, I don't know the older. Only ones I know is
Natty and Lion Face.
Yeah. All I know is Natty and Mr. Cool. Yes,
Roland and all them other people. Man. A lot of people on Snow White back in the day.
Yeah, so
then we have Mr. Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
A whole bunch of people.
Yeah,
a whole bunch of them.
You know what I mean? So that's that's why we here to get that history from. Some of the relevant sounds that was in Trenton, back them days, and hopefully I get to talk to some more selectors and some more sound systems also, give their history and their recollection of Trenton dancehall. You know what I mean? So, but I definitely enjoy the conversation and the company now that we can just sit here and just talk about back in the 80s and 90s Trenton dancehall. And
I can move to present now.
So we'll be moving with the present.
I know volume 1 they do you were a promoter for one side of it. Y'all do red and white. Y'all event. So what?
It's a little dance with you.
I'm sorry. I mean, it was more. I can 3 times. I can count more than. Well, maybe more than 3 times. Y'all had that thing going, y'all stay relevant. Y'all did something to stay relevant up until this day. So would you say the party?
So what are we saying? When the sound system you can't be just a sound system owner alone or a selector alone to be relevant?
I don't think so.
Oh, you have to keep throwing dances.
I mean, not to just keep throwing dances. I mean, they had to do something to promote their sound.
Yeah.
As far as social media, yes, we know social media is there, but I mean, with Volume 1, they did parties. So you guys, y'all have a huge following. Trenton is like basically behind y'all, 100%. So the parties definitely helped. That definitely helped.
Like I said, my dad used to do it, so I took it up, and I'm just trying to continue it, just keep it going.
Exactly.
They would keep parties. It ain't just Volume 1 is not just a clash sound.
Juggling sound. Exactly.
Juggling before all of that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But then, that's just like whatever. So now the clash thing is like, that's fun now. So that's something new. But got different team members that do handle the clash and have a different set of people that do the juggling.
Yeah, exactly. That's what. So
big up the juggling
both worlds.
Side too.
Exactly. That's what I want to go. Like both worlds.
X Sugar. You know what I mean?
And Romy.
And Romy and Young Ross too. I mean, big up the Jugglers.
Sugar. Zane, Digital.
Oh yeah, Digital too. Big up my boy. Yo, that's my nigga too. Yeah. Bob Juggle too, yeah.
Sugar.
Yeah.
And then Sugar, he actually started the thing in Jamaica.
Yeah.
He brought it to Jamaica, and they know that's my family, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
He already had a sound in Jamaica named Super X. But once we linked up, he was like, he gonna change it. Just name it Volume 1, and he just went down there and changed up everything and
painted up all
so
the
now the sound is in
looking good.
Spanish Town doing this thing down there.
That's good.
Doesn't have a dedicated selector down there yet.
Oh,
the sound is there.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
what's up?
But that's sugar side of the thing.
So, you know, Volume 1 is everywhere now. You got Volume 1 Jamaica, Volume 1 Philly, Volume 1 Texas, Volume 1 Trenton. So so that's that's a good
that's
thing.
it though, you know.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
And that's what's up. So
what's up with your sound, you know?
Yeah, what's good? What's the new update? What's the new update?
Like Admiral say, you think we did done?
What?
We not done.
So what you say?
You come man, Rudy Hi Powa.
So you think you gonna get
for that sound there?
Oh yeah, so
Rudy
you gonna get back in the battlefield now?
Well, originally, like I said, back in days, we used to just play, juggle, have a nice time.
Yeah.
But we do anything. We juggle, we clash. But it's more of a
all around
clash sound still. But
okay.
We have everything, you know.
So you think you think
full of ammunition.
You think you're gonna get back into the battlefield, you know, nowadays? Because now it's not like a juggling. It's not like a juggling thing, and then 10 minutes after the dance we going shoot.
Everybody was just into just pure dancing thing and juggling, and just lately them start come back with the sound clash.
Well, yeah, not lately. I think you know what I mean. I think in the the early 2000s they start getting in the
early 2000s everybody had the pure dancing
exactly.
thing.
Yeah. Well, it was some clashes. Some clashes going on too, but it wasn't in
Rudy
Jersey
Hi
too much.
Powa soon come back out and start nice up the place again.
Okay, all right.
They're ready for
so
road.
Have to look out.
Ready for road.
That's what we need because
we need
Trenton. I don't see nobody else doing nothing, and it'll be nice to see other sounds from Trenton voice some dubs and start playing some songs.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Right now. Ain't no going on.
That's what I'm saying. I think you're the only sound I see out there, the Trenton sound clashing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's true.
And then y'all come right behind, right?
Yeah. But before us, I mean, Black Roots was carrying it for a little bit. I think let's take a little break, but
yeah.
I mean, he gonna get.
I think they're still playing.
No, I didn't say playing. You said only Trenton sound is really like clashing.
Right? Yeah.
But I said Black Roots. He was doing it. And then, like, it just took a pause, I guess. Mm-hmm. But I hear that, you know what I mean? They about to start it up again.
Yeah, which they should.
Get back out there.
They should get back out there, you know what I'm saying? Because...
was Brains.
I don't think Black Roots ever stopped. They're just in another state right now.
When the last time you heard Black Roots clash?
I was just about to say.
We're not talking about juggling. Black Roots never stopped juggling.
Exactly.
And Black Roots got a lot of black.
They were in the park in New York with about 4 sounds.
Which one?
4 sound clash.
What clash was that?
Was it a clash or was it a sound system thing?
System clash.
Sound system thing. We're talking about clashing with dub plates and stuff like that.
They were playing dub plates.
That was but that thing that you're talking about is considered just
like sound versus sound.
Clash, sound clash. I'm not talking about the sound system thing.
They haven't clashed since about probably like 2015.
Maybe you guys should start some clash.
And when I'm talking about Black Roots, I'm talking about Brains and Smurf.
We should start
I'm not talking about the other. I don't know all the other Black Roots. I know
back into because I don't see nobody doing it.
No, they did try. The first clash was with Morflex and Young Ross.
That's a 45 though.
That was a 45. But then like you reached out.
Play
but the thing about it is the thing about it is now like we all came up with the concept, right, for the 45 shootout. Actually Diamond did when he called me and Young Ross and asked us if we were willing to clash on a 45 shootout. I definitely said yes, you know what I mean, because we don't have that type of thing here like that. So I'll be interested in doing that. So we did the 45 clash, and I won, and then I thought it was going to be a next contender after that so it can keep going. But the selectors in Trenton,
I tried to reach out to them.
Want to clash. That's what I was saying when you say you start some clash.
They don't want to do it. They're so scared to lose. That's the problem. They're so scared to lose, and they don't want that blemish on their name. Like, all right, I won with Young Russ, but Young Russ been striving after that. You know what I'm saying?
Music is a mission.
It is a mission. It's not a competition,
exactly.
but it is a competition in some way.
But nobody wanted to do it. Nobody wanted to do the second one.
The thing about it is, it's like it's a sport. Everybody have to win. Everybody have to lose.
Somebody got to win. Somebody got to lose.
Yeah, it gotta be. It's like.
Well, my idea was that Lukey played music on a regular. Young Ross played music on a regular. You had a guy named Rampage who used to play on a regular. You have PJ. On a regular, you have Sugar, my selector, but I was the individual, like putting them all out there.
Yeah,
and I wanted everybody to try to like get into that game where they do a 45 clash.
Yeah,
when Lukey won it, I reached out to somebody else. Now they just didn't want to do it. They wanted to know what's the rules, how it's going to work.
But
they came up with a whole bunch of
them together in Trenton and promote some things like that.
Yeah, they're not going to do it.
They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it because I tried it.
You can talk to them and get them to.
They're not going to do it.
They're not doing it.
Well, maybe he can try.
Maybe they're listening right now.
Maybe he can try. Yeah.
So it should be a fun thing, you know.
It should be.
Be.
But the thing about it is, they get scared when they see certain things. Like, all right,
that's not going to ruin anybody's career.
Everybody have to be creative when it comes down to clashing or whatever. Of course, you're gonna get. Some of your little business out there and some little talks here and there or whatever, and you're gonna get this in a friendly matter or whatever. But at the same time, it's a sport. We do this just because we love music. We do this because we want to entertain, and that's what we did that night. You know what I mean? How much when we clashed? How much people
really
was
good.
there?
There was a lot of people there.
It was so packing.
When I rented the spot, the club owner didn't think it would work.
Exactly.
He didn't think that it would work, and it worked. Everybody wanted to see that, and it was dope. But I couldn't get nobody else to take on.
I really wish we could have kept that going. That would have been really nice.
If we would have kept that going,
it would have been crazy.
It would have been.
You probably didn't reach out to enough people.
No,
hold on.
No,
Dane,
he reached out to
you talking to. It's me you talking to. Who I'm not gonna reach out to? I'm reaching out to everybody that was in Trenton first. I reached out to all of them, and none of them
to me.
You wouldn't have took it.
Why not?
Because you would have asked a whole bunch of questions. No, you wouldn't have took it.
The mentality.
Right now, you're saying that your sound coming back out. And I know if I do a dance, you take what dance?
I would take any dance. I would take a 45 clash.
Okay.
I would take a dub plate clash.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
You saying that now? We're on the podcast. You know I'm a straight up dude. He's just talking.
You gotta ask.
You wouldn't have did it.
Wait, why you say that?
Because you even before you just turn down things or ask all these questions. You ask somebody about something, and then they give you all these political, because at that day the sun not gonna rise. So I don't know if I can't deal with that.
You'll probably get.
But then it wasn't about. Then again, listen, I probably should have asked you, but I'm telling you, I'm talking about. This was all right, like how they got us here, right? As the people that's been playing for a long time. It wasn't about you, me, Gunga, but none of the oldest. I was trying to get all the young shooters that's out there now. So I was just trying to get all the younger ones that each and every one of them saying that they bad.
Yeah.
Cause they always walk with their laptop or their pouch. Whether they booked or not booked, they in the dance with their pouch. So I said, all right, I'm gonna see who really bad. Let me put them in these little things, and everybody had an excuse or didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
maybe you should have. You did it differently. Maybe you should start to the top and come down.
Oh man, the only person I know would have did it if he was around was Tony Chrome.
Oh yeah,
remember I kept one with Sugar and Tony Chrome.
Yes,
and that worked. If he was still around, he would have jumped in.
Of course, of course.
He's a brave heart.
Yes,
that was a good one. That's Tony Chrome from Brickford Sound.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was a good clash too.
Yeah, that was
Rampage was on a verge of taking it, but then he just kind of nervous.
What? Judah, come on, man.
Fly on.
Cause this boy always trying to make the debut. Shut the door, please. But it's just been it's a shame that it's we have to go through this every time when we trying to start something nice. Everybody as a selector can't come together and say, all right, let's do this for the people, because it's really for the people of Trenton to have some excitement and look forward to something. You know what I'm saying? It's not just because we want to win or we want to show that we the baddest, selectors, our sound system, around, but we this is our job. We entertain. You know what I'm saying?
Those other songs, King Solus, if they was playing at that time, I don't think they kind of stopped playing at that time. But I think Element and Fargo, they probably would have took the dance too.
They would have probably.
I think Element definitely
would have King Solus song. They probably would have took it.
Yeah, I played. We clashed them too. So
the one in '88 that was good,
and I won that too. So you know what I mean. So it's.
But the other ones, they just talking.
Nah, like I feel like they just don't want to lose. If you don't want to lose,
afraid of you.
Ooh, afraid of me?
Yeah.
Me? Nah.
Young Russ never clashed before that, but he took the dance.
Exactly. I had one other clash before that, and that was with King Solus, and that was it. But it wasn't. The thing about it with Young Russ now, and which is now your selector now, it wasn't even like he took the clash because he just was very confident at the time. He's super confident because any dance back at that time, Young Russ was on it. Every dance. He was on fire that time. So I think a lot of his confidence, played a part in, just, getting into that mode to say, all right, that's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? And I think mostly just my experience of playing music, it got the better of him that night. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that I killed him on all of this stuff like crazy, but it's just like my experience. And I felt like I tried to, use my experience against his youth. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? But he still was a great selector. He proved himself many and many times after that. Really good. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And we was in a clash in Somerset together, and he actually went to Tune for Tune. So I was out, and I gracefully, took my loss, and that was it. So that's how the game is supposed to be. You're not going to win everything. You can, throw good punches in the 45s and dub plate wars or whatever, and you might come short or you might win. It's up to the people. It's up to the vibe that you give. And a lot of these selectors in Trenton, they need to have that little thing about them.
Step outside the box. Of course. It's okay. It's a whole new world.
It's a whole world out there, bro. It's not these 7 miles that you tried every day.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Big up to Young Russ and my family, Turner.
That's what I heard.
Hold on there. You mean the rest in that family? Hold on.
That's what I heard. But we need to dig up some family trees or something like that.
Too much. But that was a good clash. I wish they had kept it going at least, just for the culture.
They got the trophy right there.
Everybody on this right now. You can start it.
Of course.
Yeah. And leave it up to you two.
Just do it for fun.
Yeah, you too.
I will love to do that again. You know what I'm saying? It would be no problem to do that again. You know what I mean? I even brought it to Young Russ before.
You need something.
You know what I mean? If you can, start it up again.
Kind of introduce the younger generation to Sound Clash too. So that would be good if you guys could start up again.
But
it's like a friendly thing.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with that. It's just like I don't know if this generation is going to be keen to it like that. How is we have to have I think the world have to open up again before we can start that again.
Of course,
unless we're going to do this online thing.
Do it online.
You know what I mean?
Open
it online.
Of course. Gotta get used to this.
You're gonna have to get used to it at some point.
Okay,
you're gonna have to get used to it. Yeah, because it's the new wave at the moment. You know what I mean? But hopefully it can get to that point where we can do a live thing, like everybody can come out and because it was a different energy at that clash when because you see my family in the front with pot covers and all type of stuff like that.
Lady D,
so it was a different energy because it was pot covers.
It was really a good night. It was
a real energy. They have horns, all type of stuff. So it's like that's a good.
We had
energy.
to make it authentic, like just real. We had the pot cover on the spoon, and
you know what I mean. And
pot cover.
Yes, I still have pictures and videos.
Nah, it was a good vibe.
It was a good vibe.
And I feel like we need to have that. You know, we need to have some type of excitement when it comes down to, you know, little competition here and there where we can throw our little words and our little, you know, little tumps here and there. You know what I mean? And it's all, you know, the sake of music and entertainment. You know what I mean? So, you know, all the selectors in Trenton, I hope y'all watching. You know what I mean? If y'all
friendly competition,
you want a friendly competition or exhibition, as you want to call it, reach out to Diamond, let him know.
Diamond and Everton, yeah, these two.
Dane.
Reach out to Dane.
Call him Everton.
We're gonna leave it to you two.
I have no problem doing that, man. And I feel like we just gotta be up to the times and stop being, you know, in this behind the time thing. Like, you know, we are good, you know, selectors and sound systems, you know, also in Trenton, New Jersey. We just have to make it known. It can't just be the few. You know what I'm saying? I was watching Squidly thing last night over because I didn't get to watch it, you know, the other day. And he was talking to Young Rasta, you know, about, you know, certain things with you know, the whole move to Volume 1 and all these things. And he said, you know, big up the Trenton, but he only named 3 people or 3 sounds. And I mean, if those 3 sounds are just going to be the people that is known from Trenton, you know, I feel like that's a disservice to what the talent we have here. You know what I mean? We have a lot of selectors. Now, if they can just name Diamond and Young Ross and me or Volume 1 Moreflex and that's it. I think that's a disservice to Trenton. You know what I mean? We have better sounds here. You know what I mean?
So a lot more sounds here.
So sound systems, selectors, you know what I mean, get your stuff together when it comes down to getting exposure and trying to do different things and stepping outside the box, because, you know what I mean, it matters. You know what I mean? You can see the elevation that, you know, Volume 1 is getting from, you know, from stepping out the box. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And not doing just Trenton, but going other places and trying to, you know, get exposure. So yeah, everybody you need to learn from that also, because you can't just bust here. You're not going to bust here. If you planning on playing at, you know, different places, different countries or different cities, it can't just happen just staying in Trenton. So, you know what I mean? You just got to realize you have to, you know, perfect your craft and promote yourself and market yourself and take chances. And you know what I mean? Everything, you know, a loss don't mean that you lost forever. It's just a learning lesson. You know what I'm saying? So from here, I think we're going to conclude our conversation.
You want to tell people a little...
that was gonna get to
about
that.
Your social media.
I don't have none, man.
Why you
Anyway, I'm gonna put up his social media.
Put it up in the little video thing, man. Listen, man. Let me tell y'all something. Next time, y'all gotta bring Lion Face. That's my business partner. That's my boy. That's my brother. Okay. He does all of this.
Oh yeah.
Y'all lucky that I'm even here. He does all the talking and the internet thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's his job, man.
You have to step out just outside your box.
We wanted you to. It's okay to step out.
Step out. We're too old for that, man.
Oh my God.
Listen, I wanted to show you that this man can talk. That's why I got him on the show. He can talk. And he has views also. Don't make him push you off the Lion Face. Lion Face is not the spokesperson all the time.
Lion Face is the spokesperson. Lion Face do it all, man. You're the man. You know what I mean?
You try to make.
I'm just the man that know the man. That's it, man.
Yeah. So anybody want to find out, you know, anything from Volume 1, link Diamond. You know what I'm saying?
Lion Face. Put it in the thing.
Jesus.
You gotta get out of
this, man.
I'm not on social media, but if anybody want to link me, Loki Flex.
Now manager out here. I need 30%. Yeah, 30%. Yo, well, big up everybody. You know that's watching right now or whatever, and we do appreciate all the, the love and the views and the comments and all that and the follows. Please, get to our social media. We're One Drop Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. Also follow us and share and subscribe on YouTube. We definitely need more following, more views. You know what I mean?
Show us some love in the comments.
Show some love in the comments also.
Hit that like button.
You know what I mean? If you like Tracy hair or sweatshirt today, let us know.
I had to go natural today. I had to go natural today. I had to go
isolated. You know what I mean? That's one of our sponsors for the show. You know what I mean?
I had to go natural.
Listen, whatever it is. You know what I mean? But big up, to everybody, the subscribers and followers, and we will have a good show for you next week. We have something planned, and also sound system related. Mm-hmm. So beware for that also. And you know what I say every week. Peace and love every week. So love.
Yeah, look, Flex. Cyclone I represent for the One Drop Podcast. You know the thing, you know the lingo. Get to the money, get to the cash. Yo, a Cyclone, I represent for the One Drop Podcast. You know the thing, you know the lingo. Chat. Watch I wanna. Mother road.